Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena Companions. Today's video, we're going to be looking at the patch notes that are coming so we know what is coming up on the server itself. So right here is our November 19th patch notes, which is funny because on the classic version, we also have the notes as well. We apologize for it being offline, but new heroes are adding Ezizh. Now, we remember, and if you've used Ezizh, the original version of Ezizh, very, very effective in a ton of different game modes. Strength-based support. Now, they also do have the energy regeneration, which he is an energy battery, can also prevent enemies from using the ultimate ability. Again, if you're familiar with this hero, there was a ton, an absolute ton of content that was covered in really utilizing Ezizh. I think PvP-wise is going to be very important. Even when it comes to campaign formations, going to be a really big change. Now, Destiny summon pools, you can see after the version, adventurers can pick out of 4 heroes in here. This is what we have been asking for. This is an adjustment that needed to be changed with the Destiny pool. You can actually pick from 4 different heroes. We know it went from Neve and then it went to Daemon. As it sits right now, Daemon is in there. So once he is out of the pool, of course, there is a cooldown period when you're not going to be able to summon him. We know they've said before it is 2 iterations or 2 patch notes essentially before you can go ahead and build him. But it also means that the hero pool is going to be updated with Neve, is going into the summons in the Noble Tavern. So I got 2 copies of Neve out of the regular summons within that Destiny summon pool. Now I can finish her out and build her out of the regular summons within the Noble Tavern. Absolutely like that. So thinking of the heroes that we have up here, though, we have Thane, we have Tassie, we have Verk, and then we have Shamira. Out of there, guys, Shamira would be my solid choice. For a majority of us, including myself, Shamira is almost completed in the entirety right now. After that, I would probably go in there and I'd build Thane. But also remember that when you finish chapter 22, having Tassie and having 5 Ascended Wilders are going to yield you that unlock when it comes to the Awakened version of Solus. So definitely something to keep in mind. Now, if you are not, again, familiar with the classic version or the old school AFK Arena, Thane with the plus 30 signature item was absolutely broken when it came to content, when it came to the ability to amplify his damage. I don't know if that's the same, if it's going to ring the same that we see in Companions, but Thane was a monster. Again, we're talking probably 4.5 years ago with the classic version of AFK Arena. Thane was a monster. Now, like we said earlier, the hero pool is going to be updated. Neve is going into regular summons. Absolutely love that. So new additions and improvements. New improvements to the Destiny summon. So very cool in here. Hero summon in the Destiny summon will be of the same faction as the current featured hero, adjusting the contents of total summoning rewards and summoning supplies, and improving some visuals in there. The Destiny summon, you know, it's again kind of getting to the point where we're running out of things and we're running out of ways to summon. Now, also, if you notice, we're in Season 1 of the Vault of Time. New event, Season 2 of the Vault of Time. Guys, this is crazy that they're literally running them back to back. I know when it comes in comparison to the traditional Vault of Time we've seen, these are very, very short stints, almost like a even like a mini Abyssal Expedition like we've seen before with some of the other game modes. It's very short to go through here, even getting through. And you'll notice available 50 days after the server opens. Now, the first Vault of Time, I believe, was 30 days after the server had opened. So, of course, this is going to be launched on different times. Now, for me personally, I am on server number 8. Meaning we don't have a lot of essentially the Season 1 that is going on right now. Most of the original, server number 1 will have this much sooner and much earlier than we have before. Adventurers will team up with guildmates to compete against other guilds with it says event introduction. I don't know if that is, again, kind of following with the season. I'm assuming that is with the Vault of Time. Enduring bitter cord and scorching flames to purify the mirroring. Not even going to say it, not even going to bother. A new event, Alliance Contest. We know we've seen this before. 2 days after the registration, 2 days of the event. I think it's okay. It seems like it's been on repeat. I would like to see something different out of here. We get our 3 Alliance medals, making sure you score. And me and D2, we're doing incredibly well within here, and we'll continue this out. New event, the Guild Haggle, which again, we've seen before. Guild Haggle we've done to get the price for the final chest. Added the new batch buy feature to the store, which again, we know in the classic version is already there. Fixed an issue in Alliance Contest 0 limit, where the boss health changes abnormally within there. So that is going to be it for the patch notes, guys. I want to hop in. I want to do some summons out of here, making sure, and honestly, going through here, it's been a lot of fun going through companions, but I feel like a lot of people are starting to feel a lot of fatigue is what, again, I'm hearing from other players, what I'm seeing from other players that we have seen, and they have been feeling a lot of fatigue. The grind that we're getting out of here kind of every day, even knowing the travel notes are almost done in 2 more days, we're not going to be able to get essentially to the maximum amount. I believe we'll level 100 in here for the travel rewards. And even looking at this, guys, the gold, even going back here, they need to give us a lot more resources. They need to give us a lot more summons out of there. The gold, as you can see, 319 million gold. It is asinine the amount of gold that we're actually getting out of here. And again, being able to use the gold, not really anywhere at all. Even looking at a majority of things that we have in the shop as it currently sits, we don't have the ability to buy a lot of things out of there because everything is priced in diamonds. Looking even here, the primordial and the amplifying diamonds, looking at the beast summons, it is in diamonds. Even looking at the summons right here, it is in diamonds, meaning that you're not going to be able to do as many summons when it comes to the Noble Tavern because, again, everything is in diamonds as it sits today. But I'm hoping we can hop in here, hoping we can do a couple summons. Bountiful bounties are up, which is pretty cool to go in here and actually get the bonuses out of the bounty board. Anything we can get at this point to level it up makes a big difference. But I also want to knock out some of these summons because, again, when it comes to summons, we are getting summons every day, but it's a very, very kind of slow drip when it comes to building out these heroes and when it comes to the ability to get a multitude of copies. There's even another copy of Grez. We're going to use all these summons and also the Essence Wall. I have been farming like crazy when it comes, and I'll show you guys in just a minute, but we have been farming like crazy when it comes to the faction towers. As far as we can make it with the levels that we're at, we have just been really swapping up gear, swapping up levels, trying to do everything we can to get the build. Now, also note, summoning 60 to get Damon, the Forsaken Child, it does not require 60. We actually got a copy of him. As you can see, this is 0 of 60. We got a copy of Damon, which was much earlier than we thought before. I'm going to just do a 10 summon right here. But we did get a copy of Damon that was much earlier, much sooner than we thought before. We were at about 24 and we pulled a copy of him. So we've already gotten 2 copies and 85 summons. So pretty good. Not the 120 that I thought. And then, of course, haven't gotten lucky with the copy of Mortis. And even when it comes to Ezizh coming, there's no way to summon him. We know that Skyland is coming over on the classic server, but when it comes to the heroes in here, there is no way at this point, unfortunately, to summon the hero. We are kind of stuck as we're sitting and even looking at the food that we have in here to be able to build these up to get Grez all the way up to Ascended. Even thinking here, we have our 1 copy of Ira. We just need food. All of these heroes need copies. All of these heroes need food, and we don't have any way to build it in any way really to build it up and get a lot more copies when it comes to these heroes itself. The dailies, of course, into weeklies, weeklies into campaign. We have been driving and really building this up. 2240, again, almost through the chapter as we see it right now. Even looking in here, getting a couple more resources out of there. So as we continue and we make a lot more progression in here, when you cycle through here, and again, a lot of players kind of looking, once you cycle through here, it's very fast. I mean, you'll do the guild boss in here. I'll hit up, I'll do a refresh kind of the Abyssal Expedition that we've been focusing on, but that's really it. I can drive a couple of the towers, which King's Tower, we've been kind of farming 102, 109, 101. Of course, the Mauler Tower just sucks to go through. Similar again to what we've seen with classic AFK Arena. Very, very tough to get through the Mauler Tower. Very tough to get heroes to go through the Mauler Tower. Even looking at a race, even looking at a couple other heroes in here, or the other players, it seems like it's been a long time since we've gotten any of our boxes, that we've gotten anything else that we can really use in here. It kind of stinks because, again, we haven't seen a lot of the level ups, the copy of heroes, the team up notes. It's been very kind of bland in here that we haven't been able to get anything. Even here, I mean, we're talking now at this point, days, 8 days before we got another surprise reward, which again is kind of crazy on the build. Still looking, we got Shamira up to 220. And then of course, just saving our essence, saving all of our resources, trying to build these up little by little, getting some more copies. But of course, that's all that it takes to get in companions and really make the progression, guys. So if you're enjoying the content, if you're enjoying the game itself, definitely let me know in the comments. That's going to do it for today's patch notes. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.